Yo, what's going on, guys? Bobby here, bringing you a brand new series here today, even though I actually used to do it on my old channel. Basically, what this series is called is Storytime with Bobby. It used to be called Storytime with BP, which it's no fucking difference. But basically, what I do in this series is tell some funny-ass stories or entertaining stories that happen to me in real life, obviously. And these videos are probably going to be very long, which includes this one, obviously. So let's get right into it. So let's go back to freshman year of high school, which was like 2 years ago. It was like a couple days after Christmas, actually. Me and my friends decided, we were going to try to get smashed and have fun on New Year's Eve. So we decided to plan it a couple days ahead just in case we couldn't get something. So I hit up my friend that lives he lives like in the next town over from where I live. And he has a lot of connections with like alcohol and weed and stuff like that. So I hit him up and I was like, yo, could you get us some kind of liquor? I wasn't really asking for specifics, because at this time we were going to take whatever the fuck we could get. We would have drank fucking I don't know, the cheapest beer, we didn't give a fuck. So he ended up getting us Crown 7 Royal Whiskey or some shit, which it was a really big bottle. It wasn't like the little ones you're thinking of. I'll put it on the screen right now. So I ended up meeting him like either the 2 days after Christmas or the day after Christmas. Fucking blizzard. But anyways, it was like a blizzard out there, and we were supposed to meet at this certain time. And I remember literally, I was freezing. He was late, he was like a half hour late. I was just standing there. I literally thought I was gonna get frostbite. It was bad. But then I ended up getting the whiskey and whatever, and I ended up stashing it in my basement. Like, there's a back room where you store, we stored like random shit, pretty much, a bunch of junk. I ended up putting it back there and just keeping it for the next couple days until New Year's Eve comes along. So my parents were planning a big New Year's Eve party with their friends, obviously, but they were going to host it at my house. Usually that never happens, but they were hosting it at my house this year. So I knew this was a good opportunity that like my parents would be smashed and whatever, and like when everyone went home from the party, they would just go to bed and they wouldn't really worry about trying to catch us doing something. So it's a good opportunity. So I conned them into having a couple friends over, and they actually stayed over. They were Jarrett and Cooper. I'm not going to say their last names, obviously, but basically, yeah, let's flash forward to New Year's Eve day. So my parents obviously stacked up on booze, like beer, liquor, everything. They stacked up on it, and they put it in this cooler inside like the storm shelters, those doors that like lead from the outside to like your basement or something. Like, you open the two latches, two huge doors, and then you walk downstairs, and then it's like, then you're actually in your basement. That's where they were keeping it, like inside coolers, inside like the stairs, like where you open the door. We had a plan to gradually take a couple beers here and there out of that room and just like stock up on beer, even though we already had whiskey. Keep in mind, this is only 3 people that were trying to get drunk. We didn't need this beer pretty much, but we were just being dumbass kids trying to get as much alcohol as we possibly could. So yeah, we kept that in mind, and later on in the night we were gonna try to go into that open the doors from the outside and go down there and get the beer. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. So pretty much for most of the night, we were chilling with this guy named Battier. That's just his nickname. He's like 20. At the time, he was 21. I think it was his first New Year's where he was legally able to drink. And he's my dad's friend's son. Like, one of my dad's best friends, his son. He's 21, obviously. I think right now he's probably like 23-ish or whatever. But that doesn't matter. We were upstairs chilling with him because most of the party was downstairs in my basement, which has a bar, pool table, and all that. So everyone was just chilling down there. And me and my friends and Battier, we were just chilling upstairs, just watching TV or whatever the fuck we were doing. I don't know. Actually, I do remember. He was like, we were filming Battier rapping. I don't know if I could find it. I might put one of the videos on the screen right now, because he was literally just like spitting rhymes. He was garbage, but it was pretty funny. It's on my old iPhone. If I could remember, I don't know. But yeah, we were upstairs just fucking around or whatever. And my mom hates Battier because she thinks he's a bad influence. Obviously, he's 21. She was worried about him getting us alcohol legally and whatever, and like supplying us with it. So she didn't really like him. She thought he was a bad influence. And Battier knew that. So my mom, like, randomly, he heard her coming up the stairs to come check on us, like, whatever the fuck we were doing. And he heard her, like, he was legally able to drink, right? It was at a New Year's party. But he heard her coming, and he grabbed his beer bottle, and he, like, threw it at the fucking wall. Because, like, he didn't want her to see him drinking or something. Like, I don't know, he's just retarded. He threw the beer bottle at the wall, like, fucking smashed. Like, I don't think it did, but it was, like, a really fucking stupid move. I don't know what he was doing. So then we got bored of sitting upstairs, so we decided to go downstairs and see what's going on. And we walked downstairs, and like all my parents' friends and my parents smoke cigarettes, which I really fucking hate that, but they do. And the whole basement was like fucking like it wasn't like actual smoke everywhere, but it was like foggy in a way, if you know what I'm saying. Like I looked under my pool table, and my dog, which he's not alive right now, like he passed away like a couple months later actually. His name was Buddy. He was under the pool table just chilling. Like we come downstairs, he stares at me. He was literally, there was like smoke around him. His eyes were low. He looked like he was stoned. He looked like a fucking Snoop Dogg under there. Haha, get it, Snoop Dogg, he's a dog, you know. Anyways, my dad has a friend, which I nickname him the douche. His real name is Mike, but I nickname him the douche because he's just a douchebag to everybody for no reason. I think he has like clinical depression, or like he's just not happy with himself, so he acts like a big fucking bully and whatever. So he challenges me and my friends to a game of pool because he thought he was hot shit. He was already smashed too, so he was being even more obnoxious. He was being a fucking douche, hence the nickname douche. And me and my friend ended up fucking smacking him. Like, he was talking so much shit. I think it was Jarrett. Me and Jarrett played him, fucking destroyed him. Like, it was 2-on-2. Me and Jarrett versus the douche and some other, I think Otto, this Puerto Rican guy, I don't know. Fucking, we just mopped the floor with him. And then he was all quiet. He like walked away with his tail between his legs like a fucking mutt. And then, as I was talking about earlier, the beer that was in the storm shelter room, like with the stairs and the thing that leads outside and the doors and whatever. So we were like thinking, oh, this is a perfect time. Everybody's already smashed. They're not really thinking and whatever. So we decided to go upstairs and chill for a little bit before we actually go try to snatch beer. Just plan it out, I guess, a little bit. So we go upstairs, we're chilling, whatever. Then we decide to execute the plan. And the plan was that I was going to personally steal the beer, but my friend Jarrett was going to open the door and like hold it for me. So we go outside my porch and we go down to like where the door is. I open the door, Jarrett holds it for me because like they're really heavy doors and they're like rusty. And I was the biggest ninja you've ever fucking seen. I was the most stealthy I think I've ever been in my life. Just not crawling down the stairs, but tiptoeing down the stairs. And I'm not even, the timing of this is pretty much like a movie. It's fucking crazy. The second like my hand like reached inside the cooler, literally the door opened, and guess who it was? Out of the 20 people, the 30 people that were in my basement, guess who opened the fucking door? The douche from earlier that was already mad at us for kicking his ass in pool. He opens the door, and like the second I even heard the door start opening, I turned around and started running up the stairs. But Jarrett was a fucking retard. Like, he literally, as soon as he saw the door open, he dropped the door. Like, he just booked ass and didn't want to be seen. Like, he's tried to save his own ass. So as I was running up the stairs, the door was shutting onto me. I remember it scraped my shoulder. Thank God I was like Usain Bolt when I saw the door. But like, literally, he dropped the fucking like 30-pound metal door on my like shoulder. I remember I was actually bleeding. Obviously the douchebag was gonna tell my dad that he just caught us trying to steal beer. So we were upstairs just chilling, watching TV now, and like we were scared obviously, but we were just chilling. We didn't know what to do really. I remember we were like, what the fuck do we do? So then like 10 minutes later, my dad comes upstairs. He was like, so what are you doing outside trying to steal beer? And we were like, oh, what do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? And then he was like, okay, my friend just caught you stealing. And if you're going to try to deny it, why is there snow right near the door? Like, because near the sliding glass door, the door that we went outside to steal the beer from, there is fucking snow right in front of the door, which obviously that means we were outside. And, you know, that just fucking shows that we're guilty. So we didn't even try to lie it off. Like, my dad's pretty chill. He understands that he was our age once. He was just like, all right, don't do it again. Don't be a fucking retard and whatever. My dad, if I distinctly remember, he was like really drunk. He was like hilarious that night. He was making fun of Battier. Like, he was telling like, because Battier is kind of like a person where he doesn't work. He doesn't, like, he's a bum kind of. He still lives with his mom and whatever. So my dad was like cracking jokes at him. It was hilarious. But I don't know why this video is already so long. I'm not even to the part where we're getting smashed or whatever. But I just wanted to put all the details into this video so I could look back on it a couple years down the road and laugh. But anyways, so yeah, we just got caught trying to steal the beer. So at this point, we felt really awkward, and we just stayed upstairs the rest of the like party, I guess you could say. So then when we saw people starting to leave the party, I think it was like 3 in the morning, we decided to go downstairs and like start prepping for like, I don't know, our fucking, because our party didn't really start till they fucking all passed out and like everyone went home or whatever. So everybody went home. My parents went up and went to bed obviously, and they didn't even try to clean up or do anything. They left the basement like fucking trashed. There was beer, like there was still like coolers of beer in the that room that we were trying to steal it from earlier. They didn't even try to clean it up or hide it, because as I said, they were too drunk to even know what was going on. And that's why I originally wanted to have friends over, because I knew this was gonna happen. So pretty much we got the whiskey, I went and got shot glasses, and we started fucking slamming shots, like slam them. Like, this was like one of our first times drinking, I think it was our first time drinking whiskey. Usually we would just drink beer sometimes vodka, but whiskey is strong as fuck. We were dumbasses because we were so eager to actually get smashed because we were sitting around the whole night watching everybody else get smashed. So we were eager and we were dumbasses, and yeah, we started slamming them like we didn't even know what was going on. And then as we like in between shots, we were chugging beers because there was beer everywhere. We were chugging beers. We were getting fucking retardedly smashed. And it didn't even take long to hit us because that's how much we were drinking. Like, we started feeling drunk literally like 15 minutes later at least. So then we started doing like random fucking shit. I remember we were being really loud. I think it was Cooper. I think it was Cooper. He was playing on my laptop, and like in my basement, like my the chairs that you sit on at the bar, like the bar stools, they're metal, and the basement floor is like tile. So like when you move at all, there's like this distinct noise. It's kind of loud, and I guess somehow like we were being so loud that my mom heard it, right? And she randomly, like we were being retards, we were drunk, whatever. She randomly yells downstairs. She goes, "Bobby," and I was like, "What?" And then she was like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing, we're just playing around, we're playing pool or something." Like, I don't know what the fuck I said. I was already drunk by this time. And she said, "Alright, go to bed," and then whatever. So then I was like, "You guys gotta shut the fuck up." Like, I was the most sober, I guess you could say, because I was like able to tell them to shut the fuck up while they were just they didn't even know what the fuck was going on. So then we kept on being dumbasses. Well, not really me. I think more so Cooper was being a dumbass. Made more noise and stuff, right? So then like 20 minutes later, my mom yells down again, "Bobby!" Like, she was mad this time. She was like, "Bobby, come up here." And then I was literally like in the prime of my like drunkenness. I walk upstairs. I'm like, "What?" She looks me in the eye. She couldn't even tell I was drunk somehow. She was like, "What are you guys doing down there? Go to bed. It's 5 a.m. I'm like, I know. They're just being fucking retards. But I somehow got off the hook. She didn't even realize I was drunk, right? So we're at the point where we were gonna like pass out. Like, we were getting so drunk that we were gonna pass out. So we decided to just lay down, go to bed or whatever. So we just laid down and we just ended up falling asleep. I remember like literally two out of the three of us threw up in the middle of the night and we didn't even notice. But then randomly, I think like a couple, I don't know how long it was after we were sleeping, like maybe an hour or so later after we were sleeping, my mom comes downstairs and she like turns the light on in the room that we were sleeping. And like we left the shot glasses, like, because nobody had shot glasses from like the party that my parents had. So it was obvious there was 3 shot glasses and 3 of us. And I think we even left a whiskey bottle still sitting there. She's just like, "Why is there shot glasses here?" Just playing with us pretty much. Like, she knew that we were drunk at this time. She just wanted me to like admit it, and she was like flipping the fuck out because like Jarrett and Cooper didn't even wake up when she came downstairs. I was more sober than them. I was still fucking smashed, but they were very close to alcohol poisoning, and they'll even admit it. And they weren't even waking up when my mom came downstairs and yelled at me, I guess. They didn't even wake up or even roll over or anything. So my mom started getting like freaked out. She thought that they were actually like dead. I remember she told me the next day that she was checking in on us every like 20 minutes to make sure that my friends were actually breathing. Like, she actually suspected that they were dead and all that. Because obviously she understands, like, she wasn't furious, like, she doesn't want me doing any of that type of stuff, but she kind of understands, you know, guys, everybody does that shit at a certain age. Everyone's curious, they experiment, they do stupid shit as a kid, you know. It just makes for good stories when you're an old man, you know, on a rocking chair, or in my case, you know, fucking making YouTube videos. So this was Saturday night, New Year's Eve, and then into Sunday was New Year's Day, and we had school the following Monday. So I don't know why the fuck our Christmas break wasn't that long, but at Monday on school, like when we came in, we were like, "Yo, what's up? That was funny as shit the other day," and whatever, right? So Jarrett was like, "Oh, I'm still hungover." Now this is just me personally. I've never gotten hungover in my life. I read a thing that like 30% of the population doesn't get hangovers or something, but I'm like, I don't get hangovers for some reason. And Jarrett said that he was still, I mean, not hungover, but he still felt fucked up. Not fucked up, but like his stomach was upset like 2 days later in school. Like, it was just funny. It was a funny story, you know. I don't know, guys. This has been an extremely long video, but I just wanted to tell this story because it's one of my favorites, and it brings back some funny ass memories. If you guys did enjoy it, and if you are still watching this video right now, you are a fucking legend. I just burped halfway through that. Ouch. I just burped again. If you are still watching this video, you are a fucking legend. Make sure to leave that like button blue for me, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow in another video. Peace.